Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the second edition of Fa's Feast on my YouTube channel here, Fa Dieting. If this is your first time checking this out, Fa's Feast is the one time a week I kind of let our diet go to the side and try some vegan or plant-based options that are available through restaurants around us or that are not on our normal diet plan. By doing it here, it allows me to try these items without having to bring these things or these ingredients into the house and then also maybe there's something I like here or I think that other people might like. I'll share that. And we also have some kids that we're trying to get to eat this way, and I'm hoping that some of these options will be good for them, or I'll be able to suggest that to them. Um, so I'm excited today. I got some lunch options, and I'm excited for both of the items. There's actually kind of three items, but for different reasons. I'm gonna kind of just get right into it because I don't want them to sit any longer, and I can talk about it as I'm getting everything together. Jennifer's checking in saying, "Yay!" Hi, Jen. I hope everything's going great for you today. This first item I have today here is the biggest reason why I'm excited about this is because of what it was named. I was checking out the website trying to see what would be good for lunch today, and one of the names caught my eye, and it was the Mighty Matthias. And the reason why that caught my eye is because I had the pleasure of meeting a man this past summer during an event that I do that he is kind of he was a bit of a legend within the event, I guess, and uh he's known for how selfless he is. He takes the time to help anybody out, no matter what the situation is. He wants to make sure that everybody has a great time and that they're taken care of. And he lives local to me. I guess it's a kind of across the river from where I live, and I had never had the opportunity to meet him before, and I got the pleasure to work with him for a week this year. And when I saw the name on the menu, I thought, man, that would be quite a coincidence, especially since I knew that he had eaten at this restaurant. And so I ordered it, and when I talked to them at the restaurant, it is named after him. And so I'm excited to try this. He's an older guy and he eats gluten free, and so what we have, I'm just gonna unwrap it, and I don't know if this is gluten free or if you're able to adjust it to make it gluten free. I'm not sure, but it is. Like I said, it's called the Mighty Matthias. You can see the spinach on the top there. It's actually they cook the spinach into the bread. That's pretty crazy. It does feel like it got a little bit soggy, but that's probably just because of the way it I had to travel with it. But it's very crispy on this side. There is tomato. Um, so it's a grilled cheese with tomato, spinach, and then there is pickles on it as well. And so I'm actually really excited because this is going to be the first time I've had pickles at all since starting this. And pickles is one of the things that you would kind of think that you could eat on most diets, but with our diet having no salt in it, you can't have pickles. The other thing that we don't have ever is olives, and so that the first time I have an olive, I'm going to be excited about that. But so I'm gonna go ahead and get eating this. It's gonna be a little bit messy, I think, and I'm curious to see how I like the tomato. in the past, before I started this diet, I was not a big um Jennifer says she would die without pickles and olives. I felt like I would too, but I made it 11 months and so far so good. We're going to try them now, and I'm really excited to try them. I'm not so excited about the raw tomato. It's just not something that uh I ever enjoyed before, but we have it with our pico de gallo, and I enjoy it, and I've had it more. And as part of a meal, let's hope that it's different. It's going to be messy. Mm. That's awesome. Oh my god. Like that's I mean, it tastes just like a grilled cheese sandwich. There's nothing, and the tomato adds so much moisture. Gosh, that's so good. Definitely the best thing I've eaten so far since I started. Yeah, that's not happening. Carrie knows I'm not leaving. Well, and yeah, I already had to travel with it here. I'd have to travel another half hour. She'll get some. Um, but I'm just gonna go at this. So um, there's so much like water from the tomato and juice coming off like the pickles. It's like it you would feel like this was grease, like if this was like a bacon, like, or if this was made with real dairy, like this is all water, like that's on here. This is not grease at all. Like um it's just from that tomato. It's from that fresh tomato. I'm just gonna make a mess. I need a bib or something. uh I did bring a larger towel, but I can't eat this and be. This cheese is really like dead on. I wouldn't know that this isn't cheese. I'm not sure what brand it is or where they get it. I was asking them other questions about the sandwich, and I didn't ask them about that. But I'm gonna just eat this pickle itself. Yeah. Wow. That's so good. Try this big bite of tomato. Bread is so good. Like, it's definitely what I've been looking for when doing these. Um, yeah, just the so good. The flavors. I mean, it's and yeah, I'm happy I tried this because it's not something I would order normally. Something that just has tomato on it like that, and it's so good. Carrie says late to the party. What did I get? So this is called the Mighty Matthias. It's named after Dean. Well, we talked a little bit about meeting him. It's a grilled cheese sandwich that has pickles, tomatoes, and spinach on it. Um, it's definitely the best thing I've had so far. I mean, I'm looking forward to what I have coming up next, but this has been awesome. Like, even if this was just the cheese and the toast or the bread, um, I don't think it tastes that much different than a grilled cheese. Um, I'm kind of wishing that I would have put pickles on grilled cheeses before, because the pickle on this is just awesome. It just brings it to a different level. I'm so sad right now. This is the last bite, and all it is cheese and but it was amazing. Yeah, yeah, 100%, absolute. Get that again, anytime. Um, just yeah, the moisture from the tomato just added so much to like the enjoyment of eating it and just making it kind of just yeah. I'm a big fan. Never would have ordered that. Never would have thought that that was something. Um, but I would absolutely get that again. I'm yeah, that's gonna be one of my favorites. All right. Now we got the next thing here. And this is what I'm looking forward to, or was looking forward to the whole time. So I had, and I talked or I called to order the food, and they don't start making the lunch food till noon. So that's kind of why I had to start this at 1 o'clock, because they don't even really start cooking until noon. And I had called and asked about getting a pizza, and they had already had a few pizza orders in, and so the pizzas were going to be not done for another hour if I wanted to get a pizza. Or actually, I was really a little bit more interested in maybe getting a calzone, because they make their pizzas and their calzones out of sourdough, and I've always been a big fan of calzones, so that would have been um yeah, that was one of the things I was going to order, but it was going to take too long. And so I decided that I'd get something a little bit more traditional, and I'm looking forward to this because, this is, if I were to go to, I don't know what, okay, it's gone. If I were to go to a restaurant and look at their menu and order, this would be something that I would order from a regular restaurant as far as what this is mimicking. And so I'm excited to try this. So I'm going to open it up here and show you guys. Well, first off, you can see that I have macaroni and cheese. And so the side that comes with the meal here is generally just a bag of potato chips. And I've had bags of potato chips. I don't need to have another bag of potato chips. And I guess I didn't even pay attention, maybe, that they're a different brand of potato chips. Um, but they have other sides, and one of the options for sides was the macaroni and cheese, and so I jumped on that and said I would love to try the macaroni and cheese. Carrie says she's having a little bit of a cheat too. She's having real Holstein sauce with her spring rolls for lunch. It's so sweet. Yeah. Carrie's been experimenting with making spring rolls, trying to get a good get the technique down, I guess, for making the spring rolls themselves, and then getting combinations that maybe our kids will like too. We tried to get one of our kids to eat it, and I don't think she was ready for like the texture, or the eating a spring roll is a little bit different, I guess. It's like a little mini burrito. Uh, so I have the macaroni and cheese here, and then I am going to save this until I'm done with the macaroni and cheese. and then I will open that and let you guys know what that is. But we're gonna try this macaroni and cheese first. It is a very good size of a side. They do charge a few dollars for substituting this for the bag of chips. So I'm glad that they don't skimp on this. When we went to the restaurant with our kids, we didn't get them the mac and cheese, or we got something modified with the mac and cheese because the guy warned us that it was a bit spicy. And so I will guess be the judge of how spicy it is and whether or not we should have had the kids skip out on it or not. But let's just dig into it here. Okay, so it's definitely going to be messy the whole process, but okay, yeah, I definitely got the spice. You can see the seasoning on there. It probably would be spicier than the kids would want maybe initially here, or they'd be surprised by it. But um not bad. It's not a bad taste. It's not uh like dead on taste cheese like that grilled cheese sandwich was. It's um I imagine that they use, I think it's, what is it, nutritional yeast or something to make the cheese flavor. It's not something that I've had before. But I can see the flavor. I can taste what they're mimicking, or how they're trying to mimic the cheese flavor. The seasoning, I couldn't even begin to guess like what the mix of that is. I know last week I had that biscuits and gravy, and I had saved some of that. Carrie was actually here when I was eating it, and she had some after, and she thought that the strong taste that I kept kind of talking about was onion powder, because I couldn't put my finger on it, I guess. Yeah, this is fine. It's not great. Well, not not anything compared to that grilled cheese I just had. Um, I would, as a side, they have some other options for the mac and cheese. Like I think you can get like fake meats mixed in with some of the mac and cheeses. I don't have the menu up in front of me. That I think that maybe that would get it closer to the flavor. But uh, I guess not comparing it to what I was expecting, it's not bad though, and I could see, in that spice doesn't it's not like a bad, and it's not stronger as I eat it. Sometimes, uh well, I guess like with the biscuits and gravy I had last week, I felt like that onion powder flavor really stuck and hit my mouth for a long time. I don't feel like that the spice in this is doing that. It's not as concentrated, maybe, or like I said, it just doesn't stick around. But I'll try a few more bites of this, and I'll probably just go on to the final item here. Trying to do it quick, or I don't know. Everything's kind of weird because of the two cameras and everything, and trying to do it all. Dropped on my hand. All right. I think I'm gonna save that for Carrie and the kids, I suppose. Um, yeah, it's it definitely has the texture and the feel of macaroni and cheese. Uh, again, it that cheese flavor, sort of like the biscuits and gravy, uh, is not quite the not quite there, I suppose, or it's not quite um the flavor that you're hoping for. I don't know, I don't do much cooking with these items, and so uh I don't know if the cheese that the cheese that they used on that grilled cheese, I feel like that tasted as much like cheese as anything that I could have imagined would taste like cheese. And I don't know if maybe it was the way that the bread was toasted as well in combination, but that was right on as far as the flavor. Whereas the mac and cheese, while it tasted good, it wasn't that cheese flavor that I was kind of hoping for, especially after what I had before that. And so this is what I was definitely the most excited about, and I'm realizing that it might be a little bit bigger, different than I was anticipating. But what I got here is their double bacon cheeseburger. Um, and I was thinking it was going to be double the bacon the way it was written, and it might be, but it's two patties. It's a double cheeseburger. Uh, I was thinking it was going to be a single patty burger with double the bacon. But it is a very large sandwich and very hefty here. I'll try to get it on that camera. I don't think it's coconut bacon. Carrie's asking if it's coconut bacon. I didn't find out from them what the bacon was, but I'll pull that out and show you guys in a second. There's tomatoes on it that is dripping everywhere as well. Let me see about putting it in front of this camera. This is a big sandwich. Um, and so it has got the lettuce, tomato. So I did ask them about the patties. I asked them if they made the patties or what the patties were, and they said that they take Beyond Burgers and they take that meat and they mix it up. They doctor it up a bit to add some flavors, and so it is the base of it is a Beyond Burger, but then they kind of fancy it up. And I am kind of excited to try the Beyond Burger meat because it's something that we actually have in our fridge that we had given to the kids that I think it was a 50% win. I think two kids liked it, two kids didn't like it. And so I'm interested to try it, and I'm happy that it's like I said, it's a little bit kind of fancied up or doctored up. I'm realizing that is covered up and not showing the chat on the screen, but I fixed that now. So I'm gonna quick kind of just go through the layer on the top here because uh this is where all the bacon is. I am not sure. I'm somebody who probably has eaten this type of stuff would know what that is as far as the bacon. I didn't ask him what that was made from. Um, you need to have another kid as a tiebreaker. That's not happening. But um, we are gonna give this a shot. Again, something that's different about this than what I would have ever eaten before is I would not have ever got it with the tomato on it or the lettuce, and I probably would have taken the tomato or lettuce off. But I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to eat it as is, and I'm going to enjoy the tomato because I was pleasantly surprised by the tomato on the grilled cheese sandwich. So hopefully I am with this as well. The bun is a little bit harder than the grilled cheese was, and that tomato is just dripping stuff everywhere. Again, I got to get this out. This is my bib, the little like a thing for a kid, whatever. But Uh, we're gonna give this a shot and get a big old bite of burgers. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of tomato in that bite. But that meat, I mean, that's not bad at all. That's really good. Um, Definitely like the way it's cooked, I guess helps or adds to it. Let me see if I gotta go this way. There's a lot of char. That char right there definitely added a lot of flavor to it. It's got the same cheese that the grilled cheese had on it too, I think. So, good bite. It's so good. Like there's nothing wrong with that. That is amazing. Like, wow. I don't. Both those sandwiches are so good. Wow. Yeah. Um. Yeah. We'll just have to. Yeah. We'll need you to join in on the plant based eating and be our tiebreaker. Get people over. This is so good. I'm so excited. Um. I should be a hand model. I should be a hand model. I got the poison ivy right now, though. You can probably see that's probably going to disqualify me this month from being a hand model. Uh, but this is awesome. Like, yeah, I'm excited. That I mean, having the ketchup and mustard on it too is something that we just haven't had on in any of our meals. It's just not something. I don't know if it's regular. It's hard. I mean, it's I don't know what the bread's made out of. I mean, it feels like a hamburger bun, um, but I'm not sure. It's a little bit tougher on the bottom than it is the top. It's really good. It's I would say that the grilled cheese bread I had was better um of the two breads, but that also had like oil probably cooked into it because it was grilled. So um me just eating a tomato like that never would have done that 10 months ago. I was hoping to eat some of this without any mustard or anything on it. Me, dude. Got a lot of cheese on it, but it's just the bacon itself. Mm. I wouldn't, yeah, I wouldn't have a side of that, I suppose, like alone. But on the sandwich, it adds that flavor. It has that texture too that helps. But overall, this thing together is awesome. I mean, it's I was hoping that it would taste like um definitely not animal. Oh yeah, nothing. Um, Nothing from this restaurant has any type of animal products in it. They are very adamant that they are a vegan restaurant. And so I don't have any concern about it. It is a little bit nerve wracking when you do order off their menu though, because it is all just named after regular stuff, you know, like barbecued pulled pork and double bacon cheeseburger. Uh, and but we, you know, we've checked with them, and that's everything on their menu is whatever. It's vegan or it's plant based in some way. I'm gonna get into this though, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I Every bite is just so good. It's like it's like even if it's not all of the flavors, you know, just any combination of these together, that hamburger meat is really good. I'm gonna try to. Well, they got tomato. Funny, look at all that tomato. I would have hated all that tomato being on there a year ago. Give up. So yeah, they say they repatty them. They take the Beyond Meat, they fancy it up, they repatty them into like third pound patties. And you know the way they have them, I mean the texture's there, and you know I wouldn't say it tastes like ground beef. It actually this tastes more like almost or reminds me more. We would get uh like bratwurst patties that it was like bratwurst meat, but it was in a patty form, and this reminds me more of that than anything, which is fine by me because I would eat a bratwurst patty over a hamburger patty any day of the week. Um, I'm just, I mean, it's just so good. What Carrie said, now we know why they're so busy. Yeah, if this is what they're selling, you know, I don't know what their number one seller is, but I'll get a burger from there anytime. You know, I mean, between this and that sandwich, those were absolutely winners. That ketchup and mustard taste, you know, like it's just not something that I I've had, you know. So to have that when I get those bites, it's just, I mean, it's just really awesome. It really is. I mean, it wouldn't look. I mean, yeah. appearance wise, the bacon doesn't look like bacon, I guess, but that hamburger, it tastes and feels just like any, yeah, like any hamburger I would expect to have. I don't think there's any pickle on this. Uh, there's no pickles on this. There was pickles on that other sandwich, and they were great. I Yeah. Again, I'm sad. I'm getting to the end. It makes me sad. Last bite. I got tomato sauce all over my shirt. Made a mess. Um, I mean, it might be the best tasting stuff I've had in a year. I mean, it's so happy. So happy I tried those things. The two sandwiches were just awesome. I mean, the um that hamburger compared to the hamburger that I had at that place in Des Moines, light years ahead of it. It was probably higher in calories too, more sodium, lots of other things, but um the I yeah, like I said, I'd order either of those again. As far as a review of the two main items, I would say that the Mighty Marv, or not, I'm sorry, the Mighty Matthias. I gotta drink water. Um, the Mighty Matthias, I would, I mean, as far as as far as the grilled cheese goes, it tasted just like a grilled cheese. The rest of it, I've never had anything with that combination. I if I ever had grilled cheese, it would have been grilled cheese. I might have thrown ham on it, but they have grilled cheese with spinach and tomato and pickles. It was all new flavors. But that cheese they used, the bread they used, the everything about the grilled cheese was 100%. I would not have known it wasn't a grilled cheese sandwich or regular cheese, whatever, grilled cheese sandwich. I would say that I'd give an 8.5. I mean, that's for me, that's the scale I'm using. I'm gonna 8.5 would be a good. I mean, that's great. It's absolutely something that you could order off their menu. I think it would be a great lunch item. It's not a lot of food, um, but you get two slices of that cheese, two big slices of tomato, and that grilled cheese bread was just awesome. So I'd say that's an 8.5. I mean, honestly, if I'm gonna grade the mac and cheese, I gotta be uh fair, but I mean, it was not something that I would order the way it was. Like I said, they have some fancied up versions where they have some fake meats in it. I think that might improve the Carrie's asking if there were other grilled cheeses on the menu. I think they had a regular grilled cheese. Like if you just wanted to get a regular grilled cheese. I don't know if they had other grilled cheese options. The Mighty Matthias is on there. They have a hot ham and cheese. I thought might be something good to try. I might get that one time. But I know they have a regular grilled cheese, but I didn't see any other grilled cheeses that had toppings on it like the Mighty Matthias had. But like I said, I give that an 8.5. Highly recommend getting that. The burger, the double bacon cheeseburger, was absolutely, I would get anytime. I'm excited to try the other burgers to see if I like some of the other flavors. But as far as the mimicking meat flavor, I wouldn't say that they mimicked hamburger great. You know, I wouldn't, if I had to taste that next to hamburger, I wouldn't necessarily say that it was hamburger. I do think it did taste a lot like bratwurst patties or bratwurst meat, and again, I enjoy that a lot. But that meal, I I'm gonna give that an 8.9. That's gonna be what I'm gonna say for that, which I don't know. I'm just starting off the scale. I'm afraid, this is the first time I had something like that, like the next time I have it, and if you throw something like avocado on it, it might blow my mind, so uh I don't have a huge frame of reference to be putting these against. The grilled cheese, I would say 100%. If you set that next to a grilled cheese sandwich, nobody would know the difference. The hamburger, you couldn't say that it was hamburger. Somebody, they would notice the difference, I guess. But it was enjoyable product. It was Carrie says her whole scene sauce was a solid 8. There you go. That's her at-home rating from her cheat meal, which I'm sure was a lot fewer calories than mine. Yeah, so that was a great meal. I'm really excited about doing this now. I enjoyed the torta I had last week and the but I was a little bit nervous that I wouldn't enjoy these foods as much as I enjoyed those two foods. 100% would get the Mighty Matthias. 100% would get a double cheeseburger again. It's going to be hard for me to not just order a burger every week and just eat a new burger every week, but I want to try, some more things. Had I not seen the Matthias on the menu, I probably would have ordered a salad this week, which would have been out of the ordinary for me because a salad would never be what I might order. But that is going to be all for this Foz Feast. I want to thank you guys for checking out my broadcast or checking out this video. If you haven't already, make sure that you do subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell icon so that you will get notified when I go live. Thumbs up the video. Comment down here any of your thoughts on the meal. I hope that the camera kind of, you're able to pick up some of how it looks. If you've had Beyond Meat before, what's your opinion of it? I know that's not quite a fair assessment of Beyond Meat because they did kind of fancy it up, but I was a big fan of it. The way they cooked it, everything about it was a definite plus. So I will be back next week to do another Foz Feast. I might do pizza. I might get pizza from a different restaurant. I'm not sure. We'll see next week. And then during the week, make sure you check out my daily live streams. I go live at 4 p.m. Central. and just talk about my weight loss and eating a whole food plant-based diet. Outside of this meal here, it is free of salt, oil, or sugar for the most part. But I am going to get out of here, guys. Make sure if you haven't started your diet yet, you get started right now. There's no reason to wait. There's nothing coming up that is more important than getting your health under control and or taking care of the things that you need to take care of so that you can have a long and healthy life, because there are people around you that want to see you live a long and healthy life. You guys all have a great day or have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday.